While my daughter was sleepwalking, she walked to the basement door we keep locked and said, "Dad says it's time to let him out." My husband has been dead for 2 years. Nora is 6 years old and has sleepwalked since she was 4. The pediatrician told us it was completely normal, that she'd outgrow it. Usually she just shuffles to the kitchen, opens the fridge, stares at nothing for 30 seconds, and shuffles back to bed. We put a gate at the top of the stairs so she can't fall. That's it. That's the whole routine. So at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, when I heard small footsteps in the hallway, I wasn't scared. I got up, ready to guide her back to her room. She wasn't in the hallway. I checked the kitchen. Empty. I checked her room. Empty. That's when the back of my neck went cold. The stair gate was open. I ran downstairs and found her at the basement door. She was standing perfectly still, both palms flat against the wood, her forehead almost touching it. The basement door we keep padlocked because the stairs down there are rotting and I've never gotten around to fixing them. I whispered her name. She didn't move. Then, in a voice that was completely flat and nothing like hers, she said, "Dad says it's time to let him out." I grabbed her and she woke up immediately, confused and crying, asking why we were standing in the dark. I carried her upstairs, put her back in bed, and sat in the hallway outside her door until sunrise. I told myself it was just a dream. Kids say disturbing things in their sleep. I'd read about it. Sleep talking has nothing to do with what's actually in their heads. It meant nothing. I almost believed that until the next night. Same time, same footsteps, same open gate. I found her in the exact same spot, palms on the basement door. This time she knocked. 3 slow knocks, like she was being polite. "He says you can hear him if you go down there," she said. "He says you just have to listen." I scooped her up and she woke up midair, giggling like I was playing a game. The third night I didn't sleep at all. I just sat in the kitchen and watched the basement door. Nothing happened. Nora slept straight through, but I couldn't stop hearing it. "He says you can hear him if you go down there." I hadn't been in that basement since my husband Patrick died. He was the one who was always going to fix those stairs. He had a whole list of projects. The basement was full of his tools, his boxes, his things. I locked it because I couldn't face it, not because there was anything actually dangerous. I told myself the rotting stairs were the reason, but that wasn't entirely true. On the 4th night at 1:30 a.m., I unlocked the padlock myself. I tested each step carefully on my way down. They were actually fine. Not great, but fine. I had been using rotten stairs as an excuse not to grieve, apparently. The basement smelled like sawdust and old cardboard. I pulled the chain on the light bulb. Patrick's workbench was exactly as he'd left it. Tools hanging on pegboard, labeled in his handwriting. A half-finished birdhouse he was building for Nora sitting right in the middle. I sat down on the floor next to it and cried for probably an hour. Then I noticed something. On the birdhouse, on the little roof panel he hadn't attached yet, he'd written something in pencil. Light, easy to miss. For Nora, put it by her window so she can hear the birds in the morning. He never got to finish it. He never told me about the note. It had been sitting down here in the dark for 2 years. I finished the birdhouse. It took me 3 weeks and 3 YouTube tutorials, and I am not handy in any way. I sanded it, painted it yellow because that's Nora's favorite color, and put it outside her window. 2 days later, she came to breakfast looking pleased with herself. "Daddy's house came," she announced. I asked her what she meant. "He told me he was building me something," she said, completely matter of fact, and poured her cereal. I stared at her. "When did he tell you that?" She shrugged. "When I'm sleeping. He talks to me sometimes. He said you'd find it." I don't know what to do with any of that. I'm not a supernatural person. I don't believe in things I can't explain. But I also know that Nora never saw that birdhouse, never knew it existed, never heard me mention it. She also never sleepwalked to the basement again. I don't know if Patrick sent our daughter to unlock a door I should have opened a long time ago. The stairs are fixed now. His tools are organized. The basement light stays on. The birds found the birdhouse on the 4th morning. Nora sits at her window every day now and watches them, talking to them like they're old friends, exactly where he wanted it.